be reviewing a product today, and yes, it is going to be from Shea Moisture, and it's going to be this stuff right here, which is the Raw Shea Butter Soap. And here's what the actual soap bar looks like. Now it does look a little bit small. It's actually much bigger than this, about the size of this wrapper anyway. But the only reason it even looks like this is because I've been using it several times since I first got it, which was like, I think it was like back in August, maybe July, I don't even remember exactly. But I know that you can find this particular bar in several different stores. I'm talking Target, possibly, Walmart. I know for a fact you can find it there. Ulta Beauty is another one. Walgreens is another place. And I think there are like a few other stores that you can find this at. And I'm pretty sure the price is like between, based on what I've researched, the price is somewhere between, I'm gonna say $4.50 to around $5 just for this bar of soap. Now, if you're familiar with Shea Moisture, then you're probably familiar with their kinds of soaps, especially in particular the African Black Soap Bar. You know, the big black one. But I decided to pick this up because I've been wanting to try this bar for a while, and actually, to be honest, I've tried this before, but it was in a much smaller bar form. I think it was only like 3 ounces. You know, like those little bitty facial bars that they have. They actually had this in a smaller bar form, but I didn't give it enough time to actually give it a good review because I was just impatient with it, and plus, wherever I was living at the time, it had a lot of hard water, so I decided to go ahead and pick this bar up again and try it again. Like I said, this is what it looks like. The only reason it's shrunken up is because I've been using it. The smell is pretty mature. Yeah, that's pretty much the only way I can describe the fragrance. It's very mature. You can definitely smell the frankincense and the myrrh in it, but you can also smell a slight hint of the shea butter that's been used because, well, it says right here that shea butter is the first ingredient, and you know shea butter is the signature ingredient if you like Shea Moisture. But simply put, this bar of soap is really, really good. I absolutely love it. And I say that because not only is it an excellent body soap, it's also an excellent facial soap. And I have yet to use this on my hair, but I'm thinking about trying that in the future because I did read some reviews of people trying it on their hair. And I really do want to see how well it does for my hair. But I've used this for my body, and I love the lather of this. It's very creamy yet foamy, and yet it's easy to work with. It gets me nice and clean. And what I recommend if you're going to use this soap is shower in warm water. Don't shower in scalding hot water. Now, if you like to take cold showers, then my gosh, go for it. That's you. But I recommend not using the soap in scalding hot water because not only will it deplete the soap very quickly to where you won't get many uses out of it, but you won't really receive the moisture factor that you get with this stuff. This soap makes my skin really, really soft and not stripped at all. In fact, if I shower in warm water and I wash my body with it, I find I don't really need to use a lot of lotion because the shea butter, the overwhelming amount of shea butter in this just does all the moisturizing for my skin. And excuse me, this is coming from somebody with dry body skin, okay? So this is an absolute plus, and I really, really love it. And of course, it does the usual thing that a bar of soap will do. It cleans off the dirt, oil, and grime and stuff like that. So I usually come out smelling very fresh and moisturized and clean. For my face, it pretty much does the same thing. Although sometimes there have been cases where I did feel like my skin was a little too, I guess, stiff. I guess in terms of that, my face would sometimes get a little stiff every time I would use this soap. But otherwise, I end up figuring out the problem was warm water. Again, I was using cold water, which in this case, it wasn't really working for me. And I used warm water and immediately the problem just went away. But on my face, it definitely gets rid of the oil, and it actually controls the oil, and I find that the more that I use this, the clearer my skin stays, okay? I haven't been using this for a while, and I've been trying to get back to it because I got too many products I'm trying to get through right now. But I find that the more that I use this soap, the clearer my face stays. It stays clear for a very long time. And I find that most pimples don't really show up, unlike this one that showed up because, well, we're near mid-October anyway, and you know, you ladies probably understand that time of the month. But I find that hardly any pimples have showed up on my face. It's much more even, it's much more toned, it just overall looks good. So I don't really have much negative things to say about this soap here. I just want to tell you that if you really want to try this soap, I guarantee you you can be using this for a very long time because you'll get a lot of bang for your buck. Thought I heard something. Okay, but if you want to use this soap, you'll get a lot of bang for your buck, and I don't really have much negative things to say about this soap. You just have to go try it, okay? 5 out of 5 stars. Definitely will purchase this soap again. I absolutely love it. If you haven't seen the wrapper, this is what it looks like here.